Today, we live in a world of states. This is true even of those 10 million or so stateless persons who are stateless only in the sense that they are not recognized as belonging to the states where they actually live. A state is, very simply, a legal and political order which exercises sovereign power over a nation. A nation is widely understood to be a single people living within a single geographical space, united by culture, by language, by habits and beliefs, who share a common history, whether real or imaginary, and, more often than not, a common religion. Together, they make up the nation-state, and since 1945, it has become what the United Nations Charter calls the right of all peoples to live in one to which they, by birth or inheritance, belong. The distinction between the terms state and nation is, however, a very slippery one, and they are frequently used as if they were simply interchangeable. For while there clearly cannot exist a state without a nation, there are many nations that are not governed in this way by states, or at least not by states of their own choosing. A people, such as the Kurds, who are subject to the laws of the modern states of Turkey, Syria, and Iran, are a nation without a state. None of the remaining indigenous peoples of the Americas, Australia, and New Zealand, although they may often possess extensive independent executive powers, have states of their own. There are many tribes in Africa who, like the Maasai and Tuareg, the Dogon and the Himba, live across the borders of several different nation-states. In 1917, the great Bengali poet Rabindranath Tagore, who was conscious of belonging to no nation, called the nation-state a ghastly abstraction of organizing man. For all these anomalies and exceptions, it has come to be looked upon as if it were almost a natural human condition. In fact, however, it is of very recent origin. The modern nation-state first emerged, in anything like its modern form, in Europe in the 17th and 18th centuries after more than a century of unrelenting, internecine, religious and ideological conflict. It was conceived as a means of uniting under one sovereign authority, the collection of feudal domains, city-states and religious communities, those petites patries, as they were called in French, or patrias chicas in Spanish, of which most of the monarchies of Europe had hitherto been composed. It was given a more powerful, more inclusive political identity by the American and French revolutions, both of which refashioned existing pre-modern nations into new nation-states with new state forms. It also developed an ideology of its own, nationalism, what Emile Durkheim in 1895 called that obscure mystic idea, the belief in the integrity and distinctiveness of one's own nation and of the ultimate superiority of one's own nation over all others. Subsequently, it has overtaken the world.